classic. Take two. So this is a really classic Marathi lunch.
Yeah, I would say, except for the sweets. I mean, it's not a daily. Nowadays, it's
The easily available. So.
yeah.
The sweets, meaning the shurikunda, which Anand and I can't pronounce.
Yeah,
And
they
the-
kind of lost their novelty.
What's the gourd called?
It's called dudhi halwa.
Dudhi halwa.
Right, what they said. So otherwise, the typical lunch is poli, amti, and vaji,
Bhaji and bhat. Right.
which are, this is amti,
Right.
it's like a dal,
Right.
which is like
Lentils.
lentils,
Yeah.
and this is poli,
Right.
also known as chapati.
Because
Right.
you know what?
It's a very soft, yummy homemade tortilla
Right.
kind of thing. And bhaji, this one drives me nuts.
Yeah, gourd.
This is a gourd, but
Yeah.
bhaji just means vegetable. And so
Yeah.
every meal I get served a beautiful dish and it's always different. And I say, what is it? And they say bhaji. And I'm like, but what is it? And they're like, it's bhaji.
Well, bhaji is vegetable. Sometimes it's potato, sometimes it's gourd, sometimes some beans. So all that thing is bhaji.
Exactly. So it's a
This is
delicious
buttermilk.
variety and yet it's almost every, oh, and how do you use the buttermilk? I haven't learned that yet.
You can just drink it plain.
Do you mix it in with the food?
Yeah, you can, you can put it a little bit on your rice and then amti, and then it is fantastic.
Now speaking of the rice, this never seems to go on the plate at the beginning of the meal. And yet at the end everybody piles it up.
Right.
How do you use the rice?
Well, when there is an occasion, they start with rice also and dal.
Sammy, no.
But more
Sammy.
typically,
Typically, it's the end of the.
it's the end of the meal. And what do you do with it?
Well, then you add a little bit buttermilk and then amti.
On empty. Yep, and you make a
And
nice
then-
pile in the middle of
Yeah,
your
right.
plate.
Right, mix thing.
So Ai is now doing what we just described with the rice. This is the end of the meal. And she's taken the rice and poured amti over it. And then you just added tup to the top. What is tup?
Tup is
Purified
cured
butter.
butter. And it's just clear and just simple fat actually.
It makes it yummier. This is the tup. In other parts of India, it's called ghee. Ghee. It's clarified butter. It's butter that's been cooked on the stove until the milk solids solidify and drop out of it, and it's just the oil part. And they add that to pori. They add that to other mixtures to make it more flavorful. Fat intensifies flavor everywhere, right?
Tup.
It's not tup, it's toop.
Tup.
That's right.
नाही नको म्हणजे
Now, I don't know why, but that's the way it is.
जेवायच्या आधी नको
Tup.
हा आणि मग पाठव म्हणजे मग